afternoon. Happy Thursday to everybody. 3:30 p.m. here today, and we are back with Rise Vermont. This is week number 3 of our 10-week session for beginner Taekwondo classes. My name is Master Leonard Jordan from Jordan's Black Belt Academy, and we're going to sit there and review some techniques, speak about some things we did last class, add a few more things into it this time. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome aboard. And be sure to say hi in the comment section down below. If you have any questions along the way, also write some questions in there, and if I see them, I'll try to answer those questions. At the end of the session, we'll allow some time for question and answers as well. And you can also reach me at masterjordan@ybba.com. And we'll give just another 30 seconds or so for people to come on in. And if you're new to us, thank you for coming along. If you're returning, be sure to tell your friends to come on in and jump in as well too. All right. So with everything that we do when it comes to martial arts, we want to make sure our body is warmed up. We're going to do all of our warm-up exercises and stretch a little bit just to make sure you're good to go. Before we do that, let's review a couple commands that we say in Korean in our Taekwondo classes. And the first one is our attention stance, where our left leg comes in and our hands go straight down to our side. This is our attention stance, and the word in Korean for that is chariot. We'll go ahead and try and say chariot. Left leg comes in, straight down to our side. That's our attention stance, chariot. And we bow. We bow as a form of respect, as a greeting, saying thank you. So there's a lot of bowing in the martial arts. And when we bow, the word for that in Korean, once again, is kyungnae. Kyungnae. And that's how we bow and address our partners or people that we are working with. And then we go to our ready position. Our feet are shoulder width apart. We make 2 fists. They come right below our chin, go straight down in front of our belt area, our ready position. And the word in Korean for that is chumbi. Chumbi. Go ahead and say chumbi. So let's review again. Chariot is our attention stance. Kyungnae means to bow. And chumbi is our ready position. And that's where people would go, "Ayah!" and make those really loud key-ups and noises that we make in the martial arts. Now, why do we key up? Why do we yell? There's a variety of reasons. First and foremost, it kind of gets you psyched up and gets you, "Ayah!" and feels empowered. Also, it is impossible to yell and hold your breath at the same time. We'll talk a little bit later about the 5 points of power, breath control being one of them. And you cannot hold your breath and yell. Go ahead and try it. Once you take a deep breath in, hold it, and try to yell. You can't. If you're holding your breath, you can't. Now, why I say that is if you've ever been exercising and you get a cramp, your muscles are actually dying for oxygen. That's why I want to make sure we're breathing. And then another reason why we go, "Ayah!" is a little bit intimidating. Okay, you want to make them think that you are a few fries short of a Happy Meal, like, "Ayah!" and they might think twice about coming next to you. Okay, so that's why we key up. Those are some good reasons. Let's go ahead and get moving and get our body moving, okay? Calisthenics type stuff. First thing I want you to do is we're going to start working our way down the body. So let's do some arm circles backwards. Just kind of rotate a little bit, get our shoulders moving. Now, the faster you do it, the better, obviously. And let's go the other direction. Here we go. So arm circles forward. Just warming up our shoulder area as best as we can, okay? Both arms. And go ahead and stop. Now what I want you to do is you're going to put your hands right here in front of you. 2 fists, arms flat, parallel to the ground. Feet are shoulder width. And we're going to rotate and twist our body all the way around as far as we can go. But what I want you to do is pivot on the back ball of that foot. I'll back up so you can see my feet. As you can see, I'm going to turn this direction and watch this leg right here go up on the ball of the foot and turn. That'll just give you a little extra rotation when you're going ahead and trying to go around. Right now, warming our lower part of our torso, our back, all the way around. You don't have to do this one fast. Just take your time. Hopefully you guys are working out and you have a decent space next to you. You don't need much space for what we're doing here today, but just have enough space so you can move freely without bumping into anything. All right, take your hands, put them right on your hips. Keep your feet shoulder width. We spoke a lot in the past couple classes about our own personal railroad tracks. Imagine the railroad tracks that are shoulder width on the ground. You'll need to reference that a lot in our classes. Hands on your hips. Let's go ahead and circle one direction and then back to the other. And right now, again, try to keep your head and your shoulders area still. Let your hips rotate around. Don't rotate your body and head around. Keep this part still and get an outer range of motion with your hips. Put your hands right on your hips as you do this and really push it a big wide, not tiny circles, okay? 1, back to the other side, just like that. Excellent. I'm going to have you put your feet together. I'm going to have you bend your knees a little bit and put your hands right on top of your knees. And you're going to go ahead and rotate one direction and then back to the other. One direction and then back to the other. There we go. A few more times. And these are things you can do on your own before class. That'll help you actually be warmed up and get ready for class. All right, next thing I want you guys to do is you're going to go up and down on the balls of your feet. So you're going to hop up and down the balls of your feet. Now, when you get to the very top of that hop, I want you to take both hands and I want you to punch. So at the top of the jump, punch, 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 punch. And you do that for 30 seconds. So go ahead and start. 30 seconds starting now. And this 30 seconds will be a good interval. Just warming up our calf muscles. Keep on going. I'm trying not to shake anything off the shelves next to me here. We got 10 more seconds. Keep working up and down, balls of your feet. Punch when you get to the top, using your calf muscles. They'll help you responsible for running fast and jumping high. All right, that's good time. All right, now I'm going to have your hands right here. I'm going to have you bring your knees up in front of you. Alternate legs. Let's go ahead and do that for 30 seconds. Hopefully you're wearing some loose-fitting clothing. Trying to get your knees up higher, above your belt at least. My belt's flopping all over the place here. Body upright, keep your hands up. Keep your chin up, be tall. I jokingly say that all the time because I'm nowhere near tall. Excellent. Good, and stop. Another hip circles once again. Let's go back around. It is beautifully sunny outside right now, and I think 70 degrees. I'm not sure where you are that's watching this, what time of day you'll be watching this, if you're doing it live, or if you're watching it after the fact. All right, very good. So we got to do some squats. Proper form on your squats, okay? You want to make sure you're 2 shoulder widths. You're going to stick your backside and sit down like you're going to sit down in a chair. That's the proper way to do a squat. Don't hunch your body forward. Don't let your knees dip in, okay? You want to have your feet out. They can be slightly turned out a little bit. That's fine. Back straight, hands here. Squat down and it's right back up. Try to get it so your hips are down low, parallel with your knees into the ground. That's what we're looking for right here, okay? Another thing you can do is put your arms out when you go down. Just like this, and come back up. Just another version. This, by picking your hands up, will prevent you from slouching forward. Because if your hand's going to be here, you can't slouch forward. Down, hands come up. Let's do a few more. And these, do as many as you want. Do them all day long if you want to. Take a break, do some more. Okay, let's do some stretching real quickly. Since you just use your quads, stand straight, hold your balance. Pick one leg up, pull straight back. To get your balance better, if you're not wobbling all over the place, you can stare at a spot right in the wall in front of you. Stare at something, or put one hand out opposite. It's another way. Pull that quad straight back and stretch the front of that leg. Make sure you do both sides. Again, keep that balance. Stare at a spot in the wall. Arm can be out like this for a counterbalance so you don't fall over. All right? Good. Now we're going to do what we call the 100-year stretch. We call it the 100-year stretch because you should be able to do this stretch even if you're 100 years old. That's why we call it the 100-year stretch. So we are going to have our feet parallel stance, shoulder width, and you're going to take one foot and point it off to the side. As you point that foot off to the side, I'm going to rotate and turn my body towards that, and then my back leg knee is going to bend. This leg here will bend as I slide my hips backwards. So I bend, slide hips backwards, and come down in front to that leg. So we call that the 100-year stretch. From the front side, it looks like this. You're here. This leg is turned out. Knee is bent. Square up. Slide your hips backwards. Keep the front leg straight and come right down to the front leg. That's what we call that 100-year stretch. So do that on both sides a couple times. So make sure, turn the other side. Foot's turned out. Hips here, close to you. Slide your hip back. Keep the front leg straight and come right down in front. You'll feel it on your hamstrings in the back of your leg. All right. Next exercise we're going to do is a combination of a squat and a stretch. We'll get to all the good stuff fast, I promise, but let's go ahead and get this stuff done. Stretching is important to prevent injury. Any sport that you do, it is vitally important. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to do our squat and come up. Lock the legs straight, and then you're going to bend at the waist down and touch the floor with your hands. And you come back up. We squat down, come up, lock the legs, stretch in front, touch the floor. Down, lock them, touch. Excellent. We'll do 10. Here's our fourth one right here. Good. And 5. And 6. Working a strengthening and flexibility at the same time. 7. Good. And 8. 9. Try to put your hands flat on the floor if you can. And 10. Or if you can barely get there, with your fingertips, whatever works, we want to try to get a good stretch. When you are stretching, you never want to stretch to the point where it's like, ow, ow. You want to stretch where it's like, yeah, that feels a little bit uncomfortable. That's where you want to be. And try to stay there. Hold that stretch. 30 seconds to a minute. How's that sound? Right now, in the essence of time, we're going to go ahead and move on. But those are things you can do on your own, okay? First thing we're going to do, let's talk quickly about our stances and have you do some hand techniques. All right, our parallel stance, feet shoulder width. That's the one we do with our chumbi, our ready position. Next stance, our walking stance. Remember those railroad tracks? Put one foot out in front of you. And you're going to sit there and you're going to take that front leg and you're going to bend that knee right over your heel. Not over your toes, over your heel. The back leg is straight locked. There we go. Lock, bend. There's your walking stance. Shoulder width, railroad tracks. Good. The hand that's in front, that leg. Put that same hand, same side hand, right up in a punch. Other hand in a fist right here in your hip. So when I say go, you're going to step forward and do a punch. And you're going to stick the landing. You're going to come up and drive it and stay perfectly still. No wobbling around. Do not step too narrow or you'll be off balance. Stay on those railroad tracks. Railroad tracks. Here we go. So we're in punch. Step forward, ready, and punch. And again. Hopefully you have room. Now we're going to step backward and punch. And backward again. All right, so easy enough. That's how we move across the floor when we're doing our techniques. Let's review the low block we did the last couple classes. Right here, hand on your hip. Low block starts way up here and comes down. So way up here and comes down. All right, up, down, up, down. Now we're going to step forward and use the other hand. Ready, and block. Starts up high. Block. Let's go backwards now. Block. And again, block. All right, cool. Low block, easy enough. Let's go ahead and remember the middle block. This is the one middle block. You call it the middle because it blocks in the middle. Right here. Something's coming at you, and you just block it away. Something's coming at you, and you block it away. Walking stance, middle block. We're going to step forward. We're going to do the same thing. Ready, and block. Good. Using the other arm. Block. If you have room for one more, cool. If not, just shuffle back a tiny bit. Block. Let's go backwards. Ready? Block. When you block, you want to block it and explode fast, hard. Not, has to be fast and intense. Let's go backward. Go. Fast and intense. One more time if you have room. Excellent. So there's our middle block. Pick our hand up above our head. This is our rising block. Some schools call it a high block because it blocks up high. These are the easy ones we've already worked on, just doing some quick review. We're here. We're going to come forward, use the other arm. It comes on the inside and it drives up. Ready, and go. Hard as you can. Hard as you can. Let's go backwards now. Block. And block. Very good. All right, so we did that last class also. Let's go over the one we did last class called a knife hand block. Knife hand block. So your proper knife hand looks just like this. Our thumb, it's not sticking out. It's tucked in tight just like that. We take our fingers and we curl them and it's nice and strong. So right there, that's what we're going to block. Knife hand block. So what we're going to do, a block looks just like this. Now I'll turn sideways so you can see. Here, you see the slight angle of the arm. It's not flat. If something's coming at me and I block flat, I'll totally whiff and go right underneath it. Okay? And you don't want to have over the top and the bottom of it. This angle gives you all this potential area to block with. But we're blocking this way. Knife hand block. We're going to do what we call an L stance. Last class we spoke about the L stance. So basically your feet are in the shape of an L. if you were to extend. 1 foot off to the side and 1 foot's forward. So I have 1 foot off to the side, pointed that way, the other foot pointed right here towards you guys. That's my L stance. If I drew a line with the feet, they would connect in the letter L. That's why we call it an L stance. Your forward hand, knife hand block. Other hand right here in your hip. We're going to step forward. Ready? And block. And block. Block as strong as you can. Remember, super powerful. And backwards. Fast. Give me the fastest one you can do yet. Ready? And go. Yes, that amount of speed promotes power. All right. Now we're going to go over our wedging block. Wedging block. With an ing at the end of that word. Every time I say wedging block in class, the little kids start giggling because they think I'm saying something else. Okay. Wedging block. Take your hands, make 2 fists, and make an X right here in front of you. There we go. And then you pull them apart and twist. You pull them apart and twist. This is in the event someone's trying to push you and you come up through like a snowplow, right up through, and then you separate the arms. So I'm doing this at you. Imagine yourself coming through the middle of my hands and you separate my hands and they go just like this. So that's what the wedging block does. Okay, we're going to do that in our walking stance. And remember, we call this a walking stance, but nobody walks like this. If somebody's walking like this towards you, go to the other side of the street. Okay? Wedging block. Let's give me that walking stance. Cross our hands. Good. And pull apart. Now we'll do it stepping forward. Ready? And go. Cross. Pull apart. Again, one more time if you have room. Cross. Pull apart. Let's do it backwards. Ready? Backwards. Cross. Pull apart. One more time. Cross. Pull apart. There's your wedging block. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next one we're going to do is a new one, and it's called the knife hand guarding block. It's knife hand guarding block. Because I said knife hand, obviously it's going to look like this. Guarding block. What's going to happen is you did this block already where you had this hand here. This time, instead of it being here on your hip, it's going to be open right here in front of you. As you can see, both hands are being used. Now, if you're a lefty or a righty out there, remember, your left side of your brain controls the right side. And the right side of your brain controls the left side. Now we're asking you to use both sides of your brain because we're doing both arms. And it can get a little tricky. People might mix them up, and I totally get that. It happens. Don't worry about it. It's a brand new block for you. I'll turn sideways again so you can see. Here's my L stance. My forward hand is here. My back hand is right here. I reach off to the front side of my body, and then I bring it forward. I don't reach behind me to come forward. I reach from the side and come forward. That's my knife hand guarding block. We'll do a couple of them staying still so you don't have to move. So, right here, I'll do it sideways so you can see. Don't lean your body this way. Don't lean your body this way. Don't hunch your body forward. Nice and straight on the spine. Here's our finished product. So with me, let's go ahead and mirror image. Reach right out to the front side of your body and then bring it across. Now the faster and the harder you do, the more powerful your block will be. Reach and block. Now I'm going to do it fast. You doing fast and powerful also. Reach and hard. Oh yeah. Be relaxed. You move faster when you're relaxed. Don't be tense. Don't try to block hard. Try to be relaxed and then move quick. That'll help you generate some more power. We're here and block. Set up, block. This direction looking at you, off to the front side of my body, block. Front side of my body, block. I don't reach back here to block at it. If something is coming at you, you don't go at it to block it. You have to deflect it across. That's why we reach from the side and forward. That'll help you get that block better. Try both sides. If you've been doing with your left hand lead or right hand lead, let's switch it up. So reach to the front side of my body, forward. Front side of your body, forward. One more time, front side and forward. There's your knife hand guarding block. That's your new one for today. All right, so next thing we're going to do is going to see how fast you are. So I want you guys to do a sitting stance, and you're going to put your hand out into a punch, other hand on your hip. Remember our sitting stance, 2 shoulder widths. Some schools call it a horse riding stance because apparently it looks like you're on top of a horse. I personally have never ridden a horse, so I'm assuming that that's what that kind of looks like, and that's why they call it a horse stance, horse riding stance. Hand up in a punch, hand here. What you are going to do is I'm going to actually time you, and you're going to punch as fast and as many times as you can in 30 seconds. I'll tell you when the timer starts. Now, I don't want this. You have to come all the way back to your hip, and I don't want this. You're not knocking on the door. We want full range punches. Are you ready? Set. 30 seconds begins now. As fast as you can. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Keep moving as fast as you can. Remember, don't do little tiny short things. It has to come all the way back in. Fast as you can. We got about 15 seconds left. We're halfway through. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Hard as you can. Fast as you can. We got 10 seconds left. Let's go. Push, 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 push. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Beautiful. How many did you get? Okay, 50, 60. We had someone yesterday, they got 65 punches in 30 seconds. Let me know. I'd love to see how fast you are, because here's why I ask. You did that as many as you could in 30 seconds. My job here is to make you move faster and stronger and be better. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another 30 seconds. And by the way, I've been speaking a little bit just to give you a little bit of breather. We're going to do 30 seconds again. But if you did 50 last time, shoot for 60. If you did 60, shoot for 65 or 70. If you did 70, whoa, that means you're cooking. Try to shoot for 75 maybe. Hey, even if you end up beating it by 1, you beat it by 1, right? You still beat it. So you're trying to improve every single time. That is why we practice. We practice to get better, so we can improve every single time we do it. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Try to beat your number. Ready, set, go. Fast as you can. Punch in, punch out. All the way in, all the way out. Come on now. You got to be moving fast as you can. We're doing 30 seconds. Punch, 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 punch. Punch, punch, punch. You're halfway done. Keep working it. Come on. Push. Push yourself. Right now, your shoulders, your back is being used. Your legs should be still being used. Make sure you breathe. If you're getting a cramp, that means your muscles are saying, hey, I need more air. Come on, keep going. We got a few seconds left. Dig down deep, and stop. All right, did you beat your score? I'd love to know. Type a comment if you like. So hopefully you did. That's how you step it up a notch. So every single time you try to do a technique, do it better. Every single time you throw a kick, throw it higher. Every single time you do, let's say you're in school and you have a report to do it the best you can. The next report, do it better. Don't settle for that. Never settle. Always try to push yourself to the next level. No matter what it is that you're doing, right? It's all about self-improvement. And with the martial arts here with Rise Vermont, we are trying to improve yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. We're trying to become stronger every single time. So there's our hand techniques. We're going to jump into some leg stuff right now. Before we start kicking, let's get our hip flexors and our legs warmed up just a little bit. So we are going to have our hands up. We have one knee in back. All you're going to do right now is take your back knee and you're going to bring it straight up in front of you as high as you can. High as you, not this. Okay, no, you got to get above your belt. You got to get up here as high as you can. Try to take your knee and try to hit yourself in the chest if you can. All right? Bring that knee up as high as you can. Ready, and up. High as you can. Ready, up. We'll do 10. There's 2. There's 3. Ready, and 4. High as you can. 5. 6. And 7. Ready, 8. 9. Last one, 10. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. We want to be equal on each side. Remember, you don't want to be strong with just your left leg. You want to be strong with your right leg, or vice versa. Whichever one that you didn't do first. Ready? Back leg, and 1. Right up high. And 2. But super strong. 3. Really reach. 4. Hopefully you're wearing some pants that allow you to move, or you're wearing some shorts. 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one, 10. Good job, everybody. All right, so that's an easy one. When you pick your knee up, you're just working on your hip flexors and the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and your glutes. Just trying to get yourself a little oiled up and ready to rock in those joints. Plus, when you pick your knee up, you're also working your lower abdominal muscles. Didn't know if you knew that or not. By the way, what I want to do is give you guys just a minute or two. There's something you're going to need for your workout today. I forgot to mention this. I have with me a stool right here, but a stool, a chair, something like that you can go and grab real quickly. That'll help you with the workout with what we plan on doing today. And I apologize for not saying that earlier. I should have said, hey, before we get started, go grab one of these. But here we are. I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and grab a stool or a chair, something you can use for balance purposes. Now, if you happen to be close to a couch or a counter or something you can hold on to, then that's going to work just as well. You don't need to go and get something. But if you do, I'll give you 30 seconds to go ahead and grab something. And if I had the Jeopardy theme, that's exactly 30 seconds long. If any of you guys watching know what the Jeopardy theme is, it's 30 seconds long. So give you 30 seconds. Go ahead and grab a stool or a chair, and I'll continue to talk while we wait. We're going to go over kicks today. We'll review our stretching kick, our instep front kick, turning kick, downward kick, stretching kick. I said that already. Our jumping front kick, which you did last class, our side kick. And then we're going to give you a new combination kick, our turn 360 turn. We'll do that today as well also. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Hopefully you made it back in time. Hopefully you already have something you can hold for balance. We'll need that in just a few. But right now, we're going to go ahead and do our stretching kicks, okay? We're going to keep our body upright. Our leg will remain straight. Hands are up. We're going to take our back leg, and we're going to just stretch and lift it right up into the air. So we'll do 10 of those. Don't go so high you hurt your hamstring or fall over backwards. Ready? And 1, stretch. And 2, straight leg. And 3, don't bend it. Do not bend and extend. That's a different kick. 4, straight. And 5, 6. When you stretch, if you point your toe, it's a little easier. If you flex your foot backwards, you'll feel it in your calf a lot. 7 and 8. Good. 9. Last one, 10. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch it up. We got to use the other leg again for balance. You want to be strong on both sides and flexible. And here we go. Ready? And 1, straight stretch. And 2, straight stretch. There we go. 3, hands up, body up. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Beautiful job. And we'll go ahead and switch sides again. Easy one, stretch. Do a lot of that. Our hamstrings are crucial when it comes to our martial arts, that's for sure. The next kick we're going to do is the instep kick. Go ahead and say instep kick. So 4 parts to a kick, up, out, in, down. Or the fancy words are chamber, extension, rechamber, recover. Up, out, in, down works perfect for me. I hope that makes it easier for you. First thing you need to do, our knee comes up. Our foot is going to be pointed way down. Point your toes way down. Not up, way down. Just like that. So we bring our knee up and we extend, come back, and then bring it back to where we started. It's coming up, under. Coming and kicking something under. Ready, up, kick, just like that. We'll do 10. Ready, on our mark, get set, and go. Ready, and 1, kick. 2, no higher than your belt. You don't need to kick up here. 3, and 4. Hands are up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Let's switch it up. Gotta do both sides. Gotta do both sides. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Be tall. Don't hunch. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's your instep kick. The easiest kick to do. The very first kick we teach you when you join our school, okay? Easiest one, instep kick. Let's talk about our turning kick. We'll review that one real fast. Our turning kick, it's the same exact kick you just did. So you come and snap your knee this way, but it has to move in this direction. And in order to do that, you have to pivot. I'm going to grab the stool that I have picked. I hold it right here. Now what I want you to see is, as I pick this leg up, this is my kicking foot. The leg I'm standing on, okay, the leg I'm standing on has to turn. The heel has to turn in. So as I pick this leg up, that heel turns in to be able to throw that turning kick. So looking at you, I pick this leg up and pivot on that back foot to kick across. If I don't pivot, I can't kick across. You got to remember that. Alrighty, we're going to do a turning kick. To make it easier, we're going to do it with the front leg. I'm going to have my body up, I step up, and I kick with the front leg right across. Kick across your body. Ready? And 1, step, kick. And 2. Good. Body up. 3, hands are up. And 4. 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one, and 10. Switch sides. We got to do the other one as well also. Which did you do first? Your good leg or your bad leg? I shouldn't say it that way. I should say your dominant leg or your less dominant leg. Okay, that's the best way to say it. Here we go, using your other leg. And 1, kick. 2, body up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up and kick. 9 and 10. All right, very nice. Easy enough. Let's review our side kick. Stepping side kick. That's the easiest one to do for a side kick. By the way, a stepping side kick is a pretty powerful kick. This is your stepping side kick. We worked on this before. I come up here. I'm going to kick sideways. My leg and back goes behind. I pick this front leg up, chamber, and push sideways. So that's our stepping side kick. Now, hopefully you have enough room to do this. If you don't, try to make yourself some space right now. We'll do it sideways. So here we are. We're going to step behind. So with me, break it down. Behind, come back. Behind, pick this kicking knee up in the air and push sideways. What I want you to think about is if I had this right here, I would actually have to be able to pick my knee up. Wish I could put on a pulley system to make it easier. And then go over the chair and kick and bring it back and step down without hitting the chair. That's how you throw a side kick, all right? We're going to use that chair in just a second. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. Ready? Big step behind and kick. Ready? Step behind and kick. Step behind and kick. Try to do a couple on the other side as well. So you can use your lefty or your righty. Give me just 2 seconds. All right. Let's go ahead and use our stool or our chair, or if you can hold on to a counter, or if you're near a couch, or wherever you are at home, something that can help you hold your balance, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I have this here, right? I have the stool. I am going to sit here, and I'm going to stand here. I'm going to take one hand and put it right on this. The leg that's furthest away is going to be my kicking foot. So we have this here. The foot closest to the stool or the counter or to whatever it is you're holding on to, you need to point the toes at it. I need to take this foot closest to the stool, point the toes right at it, like I was going to walk towards that. Once those toes are there, you can hold this here and pick this leg up, and you're going to bring this knee up tight, and then you're going to push sideways, and then bring it back, and then down. That is how we do a side kick. So let's do some fast ones. You have your balance point here. Our toes pointed that way. We're going to pick this leg right up in the air, bring the knee up super tight as you can, and then push and then back. So bring it up, ready, and push and back. Good, bring it up, ready, push and back. Good, pick it up. I'm leaning for balance, push and back. Let's do one more. Up, push, boom, and back. There's your step, there's your side kick. Now a side kick, that's a hard kick to throw, believe it or not. It really, really is, because that's not a natural motion. Our natural motion is moving forward with our legs, this way. So the front kick, the instep kick, hooking kick, downward kick, those are all easier than the sideways motions. We're going to review the jumping front kick. If you've seen the original Karate Kid movie, have you? Yeah, raise your hand if you have, right? Okay. At the end, when Daniel's there and he does the crane kick, they call it, where he has his hands up like this, right? And he has one leg up in the air, and he jumps and kicks off of this foot, just like this. that is our jumping front kick. We don't call it a crane kick. We call it a jumping front kick. We also call it a scissor action front kick. So there's a couple different ways to look at it, but we call it a jumping front kick for today. How's that sound? Let's work this out. One knee is up in the air. Get your balance. Hands are here. I just want you to hop one time. Hop. Pretty simple. Pick that knee back up in the air. This time when you hop, switch your feet in midair. Kick with the one you're standing on. Ready? And hop, kick. There's your jumping front kick. Let's do some of those. Ready? Let's do 5. Knee up, and 1, jump, kick. Very good. Be tall. Knee up, and 2, jump, kick. You should feel a good stretch of your hamstrings here. Ready? And knee up, 3, jump, kick. Here we go. Hands are up. Ready? 4, jump, kick. Last one, knee up, and 5. Yes. So you take it upon yourself to try that on the other side. Feel free to do these workouts on the weekends as well. If you couldn't make it to the live event, you happen to be watching this now after the fact, no problem. Do them over and over. Practice, practice, practice. Next kick, the new one we're going to show you today is turning kick, 360 turning kick. What this involves is spinning around a little bit. Your same foot is going to kick 2 times. Turning kick, spin around, turning kick. It looks like this. Back leg, turning kick, step down, spin, same foot, a second time. It's pretty easy. If you can do a turning kick, you can do a 360 turning kick. You just keep on moving. Now, here's what happens. When you throw the turning kick, if I'm going to use this leg here, it's kicking in that direction, right? I'm coming around and kicking in that direction. Just keep your body moving in the same direction. My thumbs are going this way. Watch. My foot goes this way. I'm following my thumbs. See, it's the same. You just keep on going around. All right, here we go. Hands are up. And turning kick. Spin around. Turning kick. There, let's try and go to the other side. Let's bring our other leg. Body upright, ready, and turn. Spin around, turn. Beautiful. We'll go back the other way. We just keep unwinding you. We don't want you to get dizzy. So we're just going to unwind you every single time. Here we go. Hands are up, and turn, spin, turn. Let's move back. Let's try the left leg. Ready, and turn, spin around, turn. There's your turning kick, 360 turning kick. Now, as you get better at this, we can actually do this with a jumping motion, the fancier way, okay? Once you get better at this now, I don't want you to jump right now and totally wreck something because you're brand new at this. But here is what a turning kick, 360 turning kick looks like with a jump. I'll do it somewhat slow so you can see the jump better, okay? We go turning kick, step down, we come and we jump as we throw the second one. Take some practice, but that inevitably is what you're searching for, okay? All right, turn, 360 turn. That is your last kick for today. Let's review a couple of the terminologies and some of the things that we spoke about last time. Very important is the 5 tenets of Taekwondo. Now, the 5 tenets. By the way, while I'm speaking to this stuff right now, feel free to, stretch your muscles and just listen because the kicking part is done. I want to go over some important, valuable terminology, life skill stuff that you need to know to help you succeed in Taekwondo. We spoke about the 5 tenets of Taekwondo: self-control, perseverance, integrity, courtesy, and indomitable spirit. Okay? So those 5 things are really, really important. Here we are. Our 5 tenets of Taekwondo: controlling your emotions and your physical actions, never giving up, perseverance, stick to it, never give up. Integrity, knowing right from wrong and doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. Courtesy, polite, gracious behavior. Indomitable spirit, the inability to be overcome in your mind and in your soul. Those are important concepts to know. There's our 5 tenets of Taekwondo. Now, we also have something called the 5 points of power, and we'll talk more about that next time. The 5 points of power are speed, focus, balance, breath control, and reaction force. Those things help make your techniques really powerful. We'll talk more about that next class, but I just wanted to roll those off. Speed, focus, balance, breath control, reaction force. Now, I want you guys to learn how to count in Korean. So we're going to count to 10. That's it. We're just going to count to 10. I'm going to say it first, and then we'll do a little read along, okay? Hana, dul, set, net, tasa, yasa, ilgop, yadul, ahop, yol. There's 1 to 10, okay? Here, what I did is I wrote them down, and I kind of spelled them out phonetically. That way you can actually see. We have, first one, 1, hana, pronounced like hana, H-O-N-N-A. Dul, pronounced like the word dual. That'll give you a little bit. Set, that's easy enough to say. Net, that's easy enough to say. Tassat, as you can see, toss-ut, tassat. All right, next one, number 6, yasat. Same as that, just change the T to a Y, yasat. Ilgop, as you can see here, ilgop. Yadol, as I've spelled it here, yodol, yodol, yodol. Ahop, not ahop, 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 ahop. And then the last one, 10, is yol, just like it looks here, yol. That's how you say them, okay? Hana, say it with me. Hana, dul, set, net, tassat, yasat, ilgop, yadul, ahop, yol. So there's 1 to 10 in Korean, all right? Now, we had spoke about the 5 tenets previously. With the 5 tenets, self-control, perseverance, integrity, courtesy, and indomitable spirit. What I'd like for you to do is think about how those could possibly play into your everyday lives. What is it about those 5 tenets, what they mean? How is that something that you practice in your everyday life? Do you? Or is there something, one of those 5 that you might think, man, I really need to work on those as well also? Probably do. We'll be tested on all of those a lot in our lives, that's for sure. And then the last thing I want you to say is thank you in Korean. Kamsahamnida. So I broke it out again in parts. I didn't phonetically spell this one out. Kamsahamnida. Kamsahamnida. And that is how we say thank you. So whenever we're working with a partner in class, one of our instructors, or anything like that, kamsahamnida is how we say thank you. Now, there's 2 ways to say thank you, actually. That is the more formal. Gomapsamnida is basically a way of saying, thanks. Whereas kamsahamnida is thank you very much. There's a difference there, okay? Slightly different. Both mean thank you, but in the formal martial arts, we use the formal way, kamsahamnida. All right. Now, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put some in the comments right now. If you don't have any questions right now and you can think of something later down the road, I'm always available. All you have to do is send me an email, questions, email, Master Jordan, one word. Don't worry about the caps lock of M and Y. MasterJordan@ybba.com. So anytime you have a question, in the subject of the email, say, Rise Vermont Taekwondo question. I have a question about a kick. Or anything you want to say, feel free to send me a message, okay? I will answer the questions honestly. And if by some reason I don't know the answer after 40 years almost of doing this, I'll research the answer, okay? But I'm pretty sure I have heard almost every question possible when it comes to techniques in the martial arts. So that is all we're going to actually work on here today. So don't forget, we did our low block, our middle, our rising. We did punches. We did 30 seconds, as many as we could. We did a knife hand guarding block. We did our wedging block. Our kicks were instep, front, turn, stretch, side kick. Our new one, turning kick, 360 turning kick. Lots of good stuff. Review the video. Go home and practice again. Just keep on watching, man. That's how you get better at this stuff. Our 5 tenets, our 5 points of power: speed, focus, balance, breath control, reaction force. We'll talk about those more next class. And this is week number 3. We have 7 more to go. We're doing 10 weeks of this. And I'm super, again, thankful for Rise Vermont for allowing me to be part of this program. I love doing what I do, as you can hopefully tell. All right? Until next time, if you don't have any questions, send me a message if you do. I appreciate your time. Enjoy your weekend. It's a beautiful day outside in the fall right now. Go outside, get some fresh air, exercise, and be stronger. Until next time, we'll see you real soon. All right, and chariot. Good. Bowing. Kyungne. And that's where you would say, Kamsahamnida. Thanks. We'll see you guys real soon. Bye for now.